Hi everyone, well for this tutorial I'm going to make some altered paperclip pen holders for your office men's journal that we're doing for the event. So you will need some card. Now this is a good thing if you want to just keep old scraps of card as well that you've got, you know, don't throw them away because these are ideal for the job. Now I'm not one for measuring, I'll probably cut them down, but give you an idea of the measurements. About 6.5 centimeters by 12 centimeters, so that's what we're going to start with. You'll need some elastic. It doesn't really matter if it's what type it is, as long as it will hold a pen. My elastic is 2 centimeters wide. You can get it in different colors, so I'll get all my stuff mainly off Amazon or eBay, mainly eBay. So you fold your piece of card in half. I've done one here. Now if you've got your craft knife, just measure your elastic in the middle like that. You can do 2 little notches either side, and then get your craft knife and just slit in the middle. So I've done that just to speed things up a bit. Now normally I would have stuck something on top first because I find it's easier to decorate your card prior. So you have your elastic here. So the length I've got, if I just sort of double that up and tell you, is probably about 4 or 5 centimeters and just folded in half. That's how it looks inside. So I've pushed it through the slit I've made here, and I've stuck it down with some tape. Now to add your pen, get the pen you want, stick it into the elastic to make sure it's going to hold it. So obviously before you stick it down, make sure you pull the elastic so you know it's going to work there like that. So that's the first part, and then I'm going to use this. It's just one of the cutouts that I had, piece of ephemera that I thought, oh, I'll use that to cover. So I'm going to use this is actually my coal glue that I've got in my 3-in-1 bottle. Get your glue. Now this is probably going to be a bit messy, as I say. It's just that I had this left over, so I thought I'll use it to you know, make use of it. So I'm just going to glue here, turn over, glue the other side. So yeah, as I say, you'd have this stuck on really before you add your, you know, cut your slit and add your elastic, but it's a plain one, so I'm just going to do this on top. But yeah, it's going to be probably a little bit messier. So I'll cut another whole slit in there. See why I should have done this beforehand. So this is the messy wing it version, as I say, just because I wanted to use it up. But it should go in like that. Okay, so your cardboard is covered like that. You've got, it's good as well, this coal glue. You've got a bit of wiggle time with it. Let me just put my lid on my glue. Okay, so yeah, I don't actually want it that big, and it doesn't look that straight really either. So just get your scissors. And so I would wait for all this to dry properly in between times, but because we're not wanting this tutorial to be too long, I'm just cutting down now, sort of to the size I want. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so that's as far as we've got at the moment. Then I'm going to get my ink and just ink around the edges to give a bit of interest and age to it. Okay, done. Right, so the next part will be, if you get your paper clip, now the size I'm using for this. It doesn't have to be this size, but I'm using one that is about 5 centimeters long, and if you want the width, probably about 1 centimeter, and you want the longer side outside. So you then slip that, just seeing which way it is, up that way, so that will be the front. So slip in the back like that, and that's where it will slip onto your page. Okay, so what I'm going to do now to make this a little bit sturdier is get my awl here. Now you can also collage, of course, on top if you want to, but I wanted this one quite plain. So I would say about, that looks middling. Again, I'm guesstimating. So just see it going through. Mind your fingers on the other side. Go through the elastic and then get your brad paper clip, push through. Might need to make the hole a little bit bigger. I've got a plethora of tools here. If that's not going to be big enough, I've got a I've got those little mini saw things, not saws, files. Those. It's got a big hole. Okay, just keep going until it's big enough. And push it through. There we go, like that. Then on the other side, open out like that, and it will just again help to keep that in place a little bit more. Then just glue everything down. Well, first of all, just tape down your paper clip. Now I can't find the edge of this, of course, because it's invisible and I didn't turn it over at the time when I finished with it last time. Any tape would do. You could use washi tape, I suppose, although that doesn't, I'd glue it first before you stick it down. Okay, just stick that across there, keep it in place. I'll do a couple. And then get your glue, push that over to one side and stick it all down like that. Now you can make these, as I say, as fancy as you want to. I want mine quite plain for my journal. Just get your glue all in there, all over, and just stick it down like that. Now I've got a couple of clips. These are handy. You can buy these as well off Amazon or eBay, like that. And you'd leave it like that until it dries, and that will stick it. I will then as well, I just sew around the edges with my sewing machine just to make sure it's really sturdy. You can, of course, as well, if you find it a little bit too big, you can always cut down a little bit more, but I find that's quite a good size because it's more stable to have it like that. Okay, and that's your holder. Now, of course, it's not really glued properly yet. I'm just put the lid on my glue again, but for the sake and purposes of being quicker, I will show you then how to clip it into your journal. So here's the journal that I've made. Now I like it usually, because I put my signature covers as well, I do a sort of card layer cover. Makes more sense than a layer, and that will just slip in like that. So you then have your pen with your journal. It's as easy as that. So I hope that's helped you to make one. I'd love to see your results in your journals. So yeah, post them up in the group when you've done them. Okay then, bye guys.